Today, I'm doing something I never thought I'd do. And trust me, you won't believe it either. I'm trying Texas prison food. That's right. I'm eating like an inmate for a day, and what I found out is absolutely shocking. Welcome back to Lone Star Plate, where we taste the wildest, weirdest, and sometimes most questionable things Texas has to offer. First off, let's talk about why I'm doing this. Texas has one of the largest prison systems in the country, and every day tens of thousands of people eat 3 square meals behind bars. But what's actually on the menu? Is it as bad as the movies make it look? Or is there a secret Texas twist to prison chow? There's only one way to find out. So, I reached out to a former Texas corrections officer and a couple of folks who served time and asked them to help me recreate a real Texas prison menu. No fancy ingredients, no secret sauces, just the real deal, exactly how it's served in the chow hall. And let me tell you, even just looking at these trays, I could tell this was going to be a day to remember. Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. The tray hits the table. We've got a scoop of runny scrambled eggs, a couple of sad-looking pancakes, a tiny sausage patty, and a side of grits. No syrup, just a packet of margarine. I take a bite of the eggs, rubbery, bland, and somehow both wet and dry at the same time. The pancakes, they taste like someone described maple syrup to the chef, but never actually used any. The grits are gritty. The sausage is the highlight, but that's not saying much. I ask my guides if this is a good day. They laugh and say, "Oh, this is gourmet compared to some mornings." One guy tells me the worst is when the eggs are powdered and the pancakes are cold. I can only imagine. Lunchtime, 11 a.m. New tray, new surprises. Today it's Texas chili mac. Basically elbow macaroni, ground beef, and a little bit of spicy tomato sauce. There's a side of canned green beans, a piece of white bread, and a cup of red Kool-Aid. I dig in. The chili mac isn't actually terrible. It's got a little kick, and the noodles are edible. The green beans, straight out of the can, no seasoning in sight. The bread is so white and fluffy, it practically dissolves on my tongue. The Kool-Aid is the sweetest thing I've had all day, and I'm not complaining. Here's the thing, everything is portion controlled, and you eat fast. Inmates get about 15 minutes to finish, and if you're slow, you go hungry. There's no going back for seconds, and the guards are watching. My guides tell me, you learn to eat quick and not be picky. Some days the food runs out, and the last guys in line get whatever's left. Sometimes just bread and beans. Dinner, 5 p.m., the final meal of the day, and it's chicken fried steak, but don't get your hopes up. It's a thin breaded patty, a scoop of mashed potatoes with brown gravy, some overcooked carrots, and a square of cornbread. There's also a cup of mystery punch. I cut into the chicken fried steak, and it's more fried than steak. The mashed potatoes are instant, the gravy is salty, and the carrots taste like they've been boiled since breakfast. The cornbread is dry, but at least it's sweet. The punch? I have no idea what's in it, but it's cold, and that's good enough for me. Now, let's talk about the loaf. If you get in trouble in Texas prison, you might end up on nutritional loaf. A brick made from whatever's left over in the kitchen. Beans, rice, veggies, bread, all mashed together and baked until solid. My guides made me one, and I'll be honest, I stared at it for a long time before taking a bite. It's dense, it's bland, and it tastes like regret. I can see why it's used as punishment. But here's what shocked me. It's not all horror stories. Some days you get tacos or BBQ chicken, and the kitchen workers try to spice things up, literally, with hot sauce packets or a little extra seasoning if they can get away with it. The best meal? According to everyone I talked to, it's enchilada casserole day. Too bad I missed it. I also learned that food is a huge part of prison life. People trade items from their trays, hustle for extra packets of sugar or jelly, and even make spread, a sort of inmate potluck using ramen, chips, and whatever else you can get from the commissary. My guides showed me how to make a classic Texas prison spread: ramen noodles, crushed Doritos, a squeeze of mayo, and some hot sauce, all mixed up in a bag. Is it gourmet? Number? Is it weirdly delicious? Honestly, yes. But let's get real. The portions are small, the flavors are bland, and if you've got dietary restrictions, you're out of luck. And don't even ask about the desserts. If you get a cookie, it's a good day. I also found out about the holiday meals. On Thanksgiving or Christmas, you might get turkey, stuffing, and even a slice of pie. For some inmates, that's the highlight of the year. But for the most part, it's about filling your stomach, not pleasing your taste buds. And if you have money in your commissary account, you can buy instant coffee, candy bars, or even hot sauce to make things a little more bearable. So, what did I learn from eating Texas prison food for a day? First, I'll never complain about cafeteria food again. Second, the people who work in those kitchens are doing their best with what they've got. And third, food is about way more than taste. It's about survival, community, and sometimes just getting through the day. Would I do it again? Only if I have to. But I'll never look at chili mac or instant mashed potatoes the same way again. Thanks for joining me on this shocking, eye-opening taste test. If you liked watching me suffer through Texas prison food, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten, or what Texas food challenge should I try next? Until next time, stay hungry, stay curious, and stay Texas strong. This is Lone Star Plate, signing off and heading straight for a real BBQ joint